Hello and welcome back to the Smallholding. So I just thought today I'd give you a little update on my two strawberry beds. I did a video on these in April, planting them up, and I just wanted to update you on how well they've done. So this is in the no-dig garden, so these are no-dig strawberry plants, and the variety is Mara de Bois. And to be honest, you know, now is the time of year where the sort of mid-season strawberries are just flying away. I mean, these kind of come in and they keep coming right through midsummer, right into late summer really. As you can see, there's still hundreds and hundreds of flowers on them, and they've just been fantastic. I'm so impressed. No dig strawberries is definitely the way to go. I've done them in pots, I've done them up posts in little pots, I've done them in big pots, I've done them in soil. At my old house I used to grow a lot of veg in the back garden, but I've never had a harvest like I've had so far this year from these strawberries. So just to show you roughly what I'm getting, I'm harvesting at least, I'm going to give you a few tips on how to get the best out of your strawberry plants, and one of those tips is to just harvest regularly, because if you don't, you're going to get overripe fruit, and then you quite often will get swarms of wasps. So I don't know, I hope that's just in the camera. You can see I've got a wasp trap here, I've got another one just at the back there. I'll just use some of the old rotten fruit with a little bit of molasses water, and that just attracts the wasps to that rather than onto the fruit. But basically the biggest tip I can give really is to just pick regularly, at least every 2 days, but preferably every day. So I didn't pick yesterday, so it's been 2 days since I've picked, and I've got 3 of these 2-litre pots full to overflowing. And so basically I'm getting at least one heaped 2-litre pot of strawberries every day, at least, if not 1 to 2, because I've got 3 here, and this pot is almost full, and that is all the ones that are a little bit slug damaged, or because we've had a lot of humid weather, I assume that's what it is. I'm getting the odd ones that are a little bit squishy. They've got a little bit squishy on them, or little mould patches. So all I do with those, I just give those to the worms as a little bit of a sweet treat in the worm flow through bin or the outdoor bed. But the other thing that I've learned since doing strawberries is to pick them before they're ripe, if possible. As you can see, there's quite a few here that are actually ripe, but ideally I even pick them just as they're just starting to turn. Just show you this on the camera. So literally they can be almost pure white with just a little bit of blush coming on them, and they're fine to pick. Now they will ripen within a day to a day and a half if you just keep them on the side at home. And then once they are almost fully ripe, once they're sort of like that, I'll just put them in a fridge, and then that keeps them for a bit of a extra longer time. It keeps them a bit better. But all this does is it just saves having overripe fruit on the plants, because I've grown strawberries for a lot of customers. Obviously I'm a gardener and everyone loves strawberries, so I've planted a lot of strawberry beds for customers, and I've had times when I've gone back in the week and they've said, oh, could you pick the strawberries for me? And you go in there and it's just a swarm of wasps all over it, and it's just horrible. It really makes picking just a really unpleasant experience. You have to go in there with thick gloves on, because you'll pick a strawberry and a wasp will suddenly come climbing out of a hole that it's eaten right into it, and I've been stung on the hand a couple of times over the years. So it's not a very pleasant experience. So the way to avoid that almost completely is to just pick just before they're ripe, when they're still a bit white and they're just starting to blush up. And that, I would say, is probably the biggest tip really, because it just it stops the slugs going at them quite so much. You'll find ants will come and get them as soon as they're ripe, and obviously the birds will target them as soon as they're ripe. I still get the odd one around the edge that gets a peck from the birds, but if you harvest regularly and just as they're becoming ripe, it tends to stop most of that. The other thing I have done is I've taken the netting off completely, because what I was finding, a lot of these flowers were coming up and pushing through the nets, and every time I was pulling the nets back to harvest every day or two, I was popping off about a dozen flowers or more off every bed, and I thought, well, I'm just going to end up losing a whole ton of flowers here. So I thought, I'm just going to take the nets off. It makes it easier for me to just come in every day or every couple of days and have a good pick through. Like I said, I've been picking them just before they're ripe, and regularly, consistently going through, and I found that I don't need the nets. The birds are just pecking the odd one, but nothing too much to worry about. And also, of course, if you are worried about slug damage, you could put some organic slug pellets around and possibly through the bed. I just tend to try and not use any sort of pesticides, even if they are organic. I don't use them anymore. I'm happy to lose a few. Like I say, that's not even quite a full pot's worth, and I've got far more strawberries I know what to do with. I'm giving these away to family and friends all the time, and it's nice to give the worms a little treat anyway. So what else for this time of year? You'll find you've got loads of these runners. Just keep on top of them. Just keep pulling them out. You can pinch them out if you just follow them back close to the plant and just pinch them with your thumbnail. They pinch out as easy as that. Oh, there's a strawberry I missed there. And just keep pinching these out, because these will take the energy away from the plant producing the strawberries. But yeah, I mean, I'm just super happy that they've just done so well. I can't believe the amount of fruit I've had. I've been getting this amount of fruit for probably the last 3 weeks off of these Mare de Bois. The Vibrant, which is the other variety I've grown, they're not producing anymore. They're a very early variety. But I have taken a lot of the runners I've potted up, because I'm going to do another little bed. I'm going to do a raised bed with my double walled concrete blocks, and I'm going to plant one of those Vibrant strawberries in every hole. Each block has 2 holes, and I'm going to surround my asparagus bed over the side here with concrete blocks and do Vibrant strawberries around there. But these are just absolutely fantastic. Can't stop going on about it, as you can probably tell. I'm just so super impressed. I've never seen so much flower on strawberries in my life, I don't think. Even when I've been to pick your own farms and that, I don't think I've ever seen them like this. They're just amazing. I really can't believe it. But super happy. Anyway, just wanted to give you a little update and a few tips to sort of get the best from your strawberry plants. But enjoy your strawberries, people. Take it easy, and we will see you next time.